love watching our first guest on The View, and now she's getting rave reviews as the director of her HBO documentary on the groundbreaking comedian moms Mabley. Please welcome back to our show the very talented and lovely Whoopi Goldberg.
Hello.
Well, here, move over a little bit, because here's what I want to do. I want you to give us some shoe cam, because, put your feet.
Is that it?
Yes. You know what? Is this one of the higher heels that you've worn?
No, this is one of the lower heels that I've worn.
That you've worn?
Yeah. I know it's going to freak you out, but I wear them like you on occasion.
Do you?
Yeah, I like them very, very high.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, where do you go when you wear these high heels? Because I watch the show. I
go to work. I only have shoes at the job, babe.
So you wear heels on The View?
Uh-huh.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, you've seen it. Yeah,
you've seen it? I'm sorry.
That's right. You have a lot on your mind. She's thinking about many things, like Tiger Woods.
It's a mess. It's a mess out here. Listen, I saw an Instagram photo though of your shoe closet.
Uh-huh.
You have a lot of shoes.
Yeah, there.
In your own personal.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's at the job. That's at the job. That's not my house.
This is at The View.
Yeah.
And these are all your shoes
at my house. Yeah.
Oh, at the house.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Let me just get this straight.
Okay.
So this is just your shoe collection.
Yeah.
At The View.
Yes.
That's hot. I like how everything's laid out like that.
Well, you know, I'm sort of a neat Nick. I'm a bit of a neat freak, but you know, yeah, that's where they are. Cause I want to look like I'm at least trying to keep up with everybody. You know, because everybody's so well pulled together.
Well, I mean, you know, it takes a lot of people who dresses you?
Me.
And so,
really?
No, you
know who dresses me.
No, I just wanted to ask. Now, so when you get in, you decide what you're gonna put on, and then you pull
when
your
I wake
shoes.
up, I wear what I'm gonna wear. And sometimes our fabulous wardrobe woman, Fran, says, "Is that really what you wanna wear?" And I'll say, "Should I iron it?" She'll say, "Just let me iron it." Yeah. So, and then I basically have on what I have on when I get there, but I look in to see what feet will work.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
Oh, Whoopi, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, happy Hanukkah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How did you spend yesterday, Thanksgiving? What'd you do?
Can't you tell from my backside I ate? I ate many people. Yes.
Did you cook? Did you entertain your daughter? Did people come over?
The family is in.
Oh, good.
And it's the only time I cook. I cook on Thanksgiving and I cook on Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
look good. Can I just tell you that? I love your hair like this.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love the way you look.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Whoopi, you know, like I was saying during Hot Topics, and I always say I've been preparing to turn 50. I'm 49 now.
Yeah.
And I know you're not quite 60, but
Not
did
quite.
you find things in life different for you drastically at 50 versus?
No, no. All you have to know is that the alternative is not of interest to you.
Being dead. Yeah.
You know, so why not celebrate the fact that you managed to do something lots of people don't get to do? They don't get to turn 50.
You're right.
This is a gift.
You're right.
You know? And what is, you know, when you, I'm gonna say when I was a little kid, because I got about eight or 9 years on you. When I was a little kid, people who were 50, they were old.
Yes.
And now, you know, 50 is nothing. 80 is nothing. You know, you hear about these 80 and 90-year-olds having sex and fun, and you wish, you know?
Yes.
Because it's not in their mind that anything is supposed to stop. The only thing for women that stops is we don't make any more eggs, thank you,
Thank God. Thank God. Like, I'm not scared of menopause. I need the burden to be lifted.
I'm telling you, menopause is interesting. It can become a pain in the
you don't
butt
have a beard.
periodically. Huh?
You don't have a beard.
Well, no, I don't have a beard, but you know.
But you know how sometimes.
Not where you can see it anyway. You know, I'm just saying. Sorry, Clyde, my brother's in the green room.
Sorry, Clyde.
And he's like this. I can tell already.
No, but you look terrific. Now, do you have anything, I hate to use the word bucket list, but is there anything that you want to do at this point in your life? I mean, you're an award-winning actress, comedian. You've been successful on Broadway. The View, you know, you're a staple on one of the most successful shows on TV. What is there left for you to do between now and the time of?
I want to do two things. I want to become an ambassador to a country. And yeah, you wouldn't mind me being the ambassador, would you? Okay, good. Because some people will be like, oh, hell no. We're not sending her anywhere. And the other thing is I'd like to meet this new Pope. I'm very interested in Pope Francis.
Yeah. Yeah, I like those two things.
Yeah.
That ambassador thing will probably work out for you nice.
Well, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. So over at The View, a lot of things have changed this season.
Yeah.
Do you miss Elizabeth?
I miss Elizabeth a lot. I miss Joy a lot, but I have to tell you, I'm having a great deal of fun with Jenny McCarthy.
She's a fun girl.
You know,
she's a fun girl, yes.
A great deal of fun with her. And you know, it took me a minute because, you know, it was kind of startling to have started something with two folks and to become tight with them, especially with Lizzie, because she and I got along. We talked about interesting stuff. We didn't always agree, but that's what friends do.
Yeah.
But I was kind of like, wow, and I didn't really know Jenny, and so I thought, well, I'm gonna sit back for a minute.
Yes.
And then she started tickling. I started laughing. She tickled me, not like tickle, but she would say something. I started laughing and look at her, and she said, well, it's true.
Yeah.
And I just find her really sweet and refreshing. I like her a lot.
Yeah, you guys have a nice chemistry.
Yeah.
This season as well.
Yeah.
And I know that there was a show that tries to copy To Be Like You All that said some horrible things about you all to Arsenio Hall, and we talked about it on Hot Topics.
Yes, I know.
And then I was out socializing with Sherry like 4 nights, later.
Right.
And she said, thank you.
Yeah.
And we've all agreed that we're not going to talk about that show and how ignorant the comment was from that show.
It happens. I won't speak for anybody but me. I have stepped in it many times. I have said things that you think 2 minutes later, that was really dumb. And there's nothing you can do about it till you see the person. And, it happens, child, please. If I cried every time somebody said something rough about me, I'd be nothing but water.
Yeah. Well, Whoopi's not going anywhere. I want to hear more about Life, the Liberty, and the Pursuit of Happiness.
Yes.
I want to talk with you about that documentary that you produced for HBO about Moms Mabley.
Yeah.
So keep it here, because Whoopi's not going anywhere. We're back with Whoopi Goldberg. Congratulations on that HBO documentary. Tell us about Moms Mabley.
Well, Moms was a comedian who had all these great records out, and when I was a kid, our parents had the records, but you weren't supposed to listen to them because they had jokes on them that you weren't supposed to know about.
Right.
But we would secretly sneak and listen to it because it was funny.
Yes.
So you had Moms, you had Red Fox, and I used to do her on stage as a one-person show before Whoopi Goldberg showed up as a famous person.
Right.
So I used to do her in California, and I kept saying I was going to do it again, and then like 30 years went by, and I realized that a lot of people they knew of her, but they didn't know who she was.
I knew of her.
Yeah.
I know she was born in 1897.
Yes.
And I only know of her because my parents, while I don't remember the albums, I remember hearing conversation.
Yes.
Now, she performed Toothless.
Occasionally, she would take her teeth out.
Yeah. I watched the documentary. There was a lot of gumming.
Yeah.
In between. And in a bad house coat.
Yeah.
And in the hat flopped on her head.
Yeah.
And you talked to some really great people and another thing is that there wasn't a lot of footage on Moms. And so whose idea was it to make her cartoonized in your documentary?
Me, because I wanted people not to stop watching.
Yeah.
And it's the same with the words, because if you have lots of albums.
Right.
You want people to hear the material, so you want to keep them, it's kind of smoke and mirrors, but it's like, watch this, watch this, and they continue to watch. But the great thing about Moms is that she was the only stand-up She was the only female for almost 40 years before anybody else came around to do it.
And you have to understand, she has Kathy Griffin and Joan Rivers and Eddie Murphy and, you know, comedians speaking in this documentary. I didn't realize that Moms was making $10,000 a week at the Apollo Theater back in the day.
Oh, hon. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I know.
She also, she wrote a musical with Zora Neale Hurston. She wrote a musical. She played oh my goodness, Carnegie Hall. She was extraordinary. And the material is so strong that it holds up today.
And Eddie Murphy based one of his Nutty Professor.
Grandma.
On Moms Mabley.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for catching us up with our history. And this is Whoopi Goldberg, everybody. Be sure to check out Whoopi Goldberg Presents Moms Mabley on HBO.